Welcome everyone back to Ark Survival Evolved. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys the must-need or must-have dinos for solo players on officials in Ark Survival Evolved. Now, if you guys watched my previous video, for those of you that are new to the game or kind of need some help surviving on officials, you guys would have known that we got our base around stuff, or we got structures around for our base, which will be the next video in the series. But today, I thought I'd show you guys the beginning dinos that you should really strive for as you start out on officials. So guys, the first one is the dodo. The dodo does not take long to tame whatsoever. They are extremely fast, and their eggs are used for kibble for pterodons and actually dolphins too, which you'll want both here, which we'll get to in a minute. But definitely go for these guys. They're very easy to tame. I recommend just getting a male and maybe 2 to 3 females, and you'll get eggs produced really, really fast, and their kibble is really cheap to make. But you definitely are going to want these so you can start getting some flyers and some aquatic dinos going right off the start. Now guys, from there you should have the kibble to actually be able to tame your pterodon. And here we go, we have a ptera right here. This is a maxed 150, completely maxed out on XP and everything like that. Now obviously pteras are mainly used for just traveling around the map, probably getting drops and stuff like that, which for you guys, you're definitely going to want that because you won't be the ones having a Quetz and Anki. I'd be very surprised to see a small tribe having a Quetz and Anki and be able to survive on their own. When I played by myself as a solo player, ptera was my best friend. This was my go-to thing to get around the map, to get small things that are light, like for pearls, for example. If you need a few pearls, you can go use your ptera. If you need to go somewhere, use your ptera. Any drops, you use your ptera. They're obviously extremely good for getting around the map. It'll be very easy for you to get away from people too. So if you're on the beach just collecting sand or killing dodos for a reason you're doing your thing for, and someone comes up and attacks you, you hop on your bird and you fly out. Just don't get bowled. Now the ptera is not necessarily a good weight bird. As you can see, this is the stats I have on this one currently. It doesn't really have good weight. Or stam for that matter. We need to land for stam. We're almost out of stam. So guys, now the next plus about a ptera is when you guys get to the point where you feel like you guys can go out and scout bases, or you feel like you can actually grief bases and maybe raid a few by yourself with your buddies. Ptera is going to be your go-to thing. This will be the dino you take with you to other servers to scout for bases. And it's obviously because they're good for scouting, because they're fast birds. But if you lose the bird, it's not a big deal, because they're very easy to breed. It doesn't really take that long to get one fully grown, and especially if you don't go for imprints, you just want to use it for scouting, and you really don't care about stats. It's super easy to keep a line of them going. So far we've covered the dodo, which should really be probably your first tame you even get as a new player. And then we have the ptera. So let's move on now, guys. We're going to move on to the dolphin. So let me fly back over here now. You guys can get a little sneak peek at some of the other dinos I'll be showing you today. But the dolphin is also needed. And I'm going to show you why. The dolphin is by far the best thing to use underwater. Look how fast this thing moves right now. This is a 150 tame, perfect tame as well. Now, the weight on the dolphin is not extremely good, either is the HP. But you can move around underwater extremely easily. And not only that, guys, this is what you will be using to help you tame other creatures underwater. Ooh, that's an alpha. Let's stay away from that. Now, I know I don't have a scuba tank on. I have infinite stats on my character currently. But normally with scuba, this guy would get you around pretty easily. Let me see. Let's go out this way. And honestly, the only reason I even put the dolphin on this list was so you can tame an anglerfish. An anglerfish is going to be your other best friend. It's going to be your underwater best friend. Because anglerfish are normally pretty deep out in the water. I'm trying to find one right now. But by the time you even get to trying to tame an angler, you obviously will have a scuba tank, because you won't be able to come down this far without a scuba tank. And see, there's some anglers right here. And look how deep we are right now. You know, it's like this would be pretty hard to get to without a dolphin. Even with the scuba tank and flippers, this would not be easy to get to. I'm going to swim straight up from here. The dolphin, I see the dolphin as basically like the pterodon of the water, to be honest with you. And that's the only reason why you need a dolphin, in my opinion, is only to get an angler, since you're going to be solo or playing with just a few buddies trying to survive on your own like that. Only reason why I think you need a dolphin, because the anglerfish is by far a very important tame you need. And if you're solo, it's really not hard to hide these things whatsoever. So as you guys can see, you could do something kind of like this, however you decide you want to do it. But basically, I would just cover him up every time. It doesn't take that long to make a stone wall every time you come out to use him. I probably wouldn't keep dolphins, anything like this, honestly. Like, once I got an anglerfish, I probably wouldn't even keep a dolphin after that. Because if we hop on our angler, anglers are so important to have. And like I said, the only reason why we even tamed that dolphin was to get an angler. I'm going to show you guys why. If you guys don't know, anglerfish are actually used to collect pearls, and they're the best pearl collector in the game. And let's see where we are really quickly here. Okay. You can also use them to kill trilobites as well, but I don't really think you get much out of it for doing that. Maybe if you need a few chitin or something like that, I guess. So we're coming on down again. You will need scuba for this, just for the purpose of the video. I just didn't take the time to spawn in scuba or anything like that. If we come down here towards the bottom of the ocean, we'll find some pearls somewhere. Alright, so here we go, guys. So we found some pearls. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to pick them up by hand and show you how much I get by hand first, alright? So here we go. So I'm going to hop off this guy really quickly. Should everyone follow me just in case. So right there, I get 8 pearls by hand for that one. I'm going to pick up a few more too, because it's not exactly the same every time, but it's around the same. So I got 8, 9, and 8. So now let's hop on our angler, and we're gonna bite some pearls with our anglerfish. Look at that, 64. Let that go away. 58. Let it go away. 59. Now you see, that's a insane amount of pearls per bite, especially for like a solo player or a small group. This will be your easiest way to get pearls, to actually get turrets crafted and everything. It's not hard whatsoever. 67. Another 60 something. And it's being down here for a few seconds, a few minutes actually. You can see, look all the pearls we're getting right now. A majority of your pearls will be used for turrets anyway, so depending on where you build your base and what map you're playing on and everything, you guys will have to determine where you want to keep your anglerfish. But you know, just keep them somewhat remotely close to pearl spawn, so you don't have to travel as far. All right, so we're gonna head on up now. We're gonna head back to the little base we have full of our dinos. But guys, this is the anglerfish again. This is a must-have dino. You need to have this dino if you want to even try to survive on officials by yourself, or just with a few buddies. This is 100% needed. Look at all the pearls we just got in just a few minutes of being down there. So in total, we got 1,591 pearls, which for solo guys are just a small group for a few minutes. That's pretty good. You guys can turn those into electronics to use for turrets. So far we have covered the Dolphin, we covered the Dodo, the Pterodon, and the Anglerfish. Now guys, there's only a few more tames that I think you should really strive to get when you're starting out on officials by yourself or with a few buddies. And we're going to cover those ones right now. Alright guys, so the next on this list is a Theo Mia. Now, you don't need it for anything really too much or anything too special. It can be level 1 really for all that matters. But we only are getting a Theo Mia just for poop, for fertilizer, for your advanced crops, for explants if you're using explants. They're very needed. As you guys can see, we just spam stem berries on this little guy. And he starts pooping a whole bunch. That's 300 stems. And as you can see, he drops poop, which can be used for fertilizer for your crop plots and stuff like that. Like I said, you don't need, there's nothing really special besides that about him. You can get level 1, level 5, like lowest level you find just to tame it fast. He's only being used for that. Well, and you can use him to house fertilizer too. It's kind of nice to use his inventory just to hold fertilizer for you. On this guy, I'd really probably only level food, because the more food he has, the more stem berries you can use, vice versa type thing. But yeah, so that's all he's used for. It's just to make him poop. Just so you guys can get poop out of them. Now, when it comes to the stats of these dinos, I'm not going to say exactly what you guys should level, because that's really up to you. But like for the anglerfish, for example, the higher the damage is on the fish, the more pearls you get per bite type thing. And for Terras, since you really can't even level flyer speed anymore. For like Pterodons, if you just have like good stam and okay weight and okay health, that's really all you need. Now, the reason why I also chose an RG as a starting dino along with the Terra is because of the weight. So I will show you guys the stats on this one. This one's a max level, completely maxed out XP and everything. Look at the weight I got this thing at right now. 3.6k stam, over 6k health, and 1.4k weight, which is amazing. Now they are a little slower than the Pterodons, but if you guys take the time, like say you need to go on a wood run or something by yourself, or you just want to like fly somewhere to do whatever, and you know you need a lot of weight, this is the bird for you. They're really not that long tames when you use prime meat. I think they're pretty easy to tame, to be honest. If you can get the kibble for them, by all means. But besides the dodo kibble, I don't really see smaller tribes or solo players or just a group of 2 or 3 actually having the kibble for every dino in game. So you're probably gonna be using a lot of prime meat. The other great thing about the Argent as well, guys, is if you ever do get into a PvP situation with the Argies, they cannot be bullied like the Pterodon can, which is a huge plus. And they're a lot harder to whip a rider off of. You can whip riders off of them. It depends on how you're flying the bird though. but it's a lot harder to get whipped off. And with the Terra, I feel like it's just instant. Like the first time that whip comes out and smacks that bird, you're done. But with the Argent, it's not like that. If you hold them correctly, you can actually not get whipped off the bird at all, or just have a really, really hard chance to actually get whipped off. But the main thing for this dino is definitely just going to be just for the weight. So if you're going out, like say you live on this map, for example, in the center, and say you live in Redwoods, and you have to go to the snow to get your oil, this is probably the bird that you would take. This is probably the tame that you would take, because you can just fly skybox to avoid attention from any other tribe on the server, land to get your oil. You can probably get some stone and some metal and stuff while you're there too, just because of the weight. You can really fill up the bird, fly back, and you have a lot of resources in one run. And personally, I actually prefer an Argent over a Terra any day. Besides scouting the server, I would much rather use an Argent to get around the map. Even if it does take a little bit longer, you can use him just for the weight purpose. I think just outweighs it completely. And for PvP situations, it's so much harder to actually get knocked off an RG than it is a Terra. Guys, the next on this list is the Direwolf. You guys can see this. They're very, very easy tames to get. One of the big things about them is they don't require a saddle to actually ride, which yes, you don't get the armor benefit from a saddle, but for new players just starting out, this is a great tame to get off the start if you can. Now ours is a max level. Again, it was 150 perfect tame, and here's the stats on it, completely maxed out XP. You can see what we're going with here. We're going with the health, the stam, and the melee. The stam might be a little too high. I might bump that a little too high. I should have done more melee than stam, but it's okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use them really quickly. Now these things are pretty good for getting meat and hide and stuff like that. So we're going to kill this Parasite right here, actually. You guys can see right there, we got some meat and some hide. They're also pretty fun just to travel on, to be honest with you. Like if you're going somewhere kind of short distance, I'd probably travel on these guys because you can get some meat and some hide while you're out, and they're really fun just to run around on. As you guys can see, like they're pretty good with killing stuff too. If you know what, we're gonna go fight a Bronto. There's some Brontos on this beach that I saw, on this island that I saw. Now this is one that has no breeding done whatsoever, so there's no mutations whatsoever. All these dinos I'm showing you guys stat-wise are just solely tamed, like wild tames. There's no breeding done for mutations whatsoever in them. So like if you're able to get a hold of eggs, you're probably gonna have better stats than what you're gonna get from the wild. I would assume. All right, so we're gonna fight. Ooh, there's a lot to fight here. We're gonna fight this Bronto though. All right, here we go. Look at this. Look at this. And like that, we just killed a Bronto with a Direwolf that has no saddle. Got some prime meat off it as well. You know what? We'll fight this Alpha Raptor too. Now we might take a little bit more of a hit off this Alpha, but we should be able to kill it. Yeah, he's almost dead. He's almost dead. Just like that, guys. He just killed the Alpha just like that. Screw it. We'll even go kill this T-Rex. I just killed this Bronto. Just because we can, because we're on a Direwolf. That's max level. What you got, T-Rex? And there we go. So we killed a Bronto, a T-Rex, and an Alpha Raptor, and it just got slightly below half our health. That's not too bad, guys. Not too bad, especially if you're solo. These things are definitely worth taming. They're really easy to heal up too. Like, check this out. You see how easy this is to heal this thing back up too? Like, it won't take long to get to max health whatsoever. You can just let it sit there and heal on its own too. Now, guys, I only have 2 more dinos to show you. Now, these ones are not like a necessity whatsoever, but if you're able to get 1 or 2, they're kind of one of those things. Just they're kind of nice to have, and a lot of people don't actually like really use these dinos, and I really don't know why, because they're actually really good to use. And they're both shoulder mounts. I'm gonna show you both of them at the same exact time because they both do the same thing. The only difference I can even actually think of is one of them, I believe, is slightly faster than the other, and one has slightly higher base damage. But it is the Vulture and the Dimorph. So I'm gonna get both of them out right now. Now, if you guys have watched my official series, you guys will know I am obsessed with vultures. Obviously, I wish mine looked like that because that looks amazing. But Shoulder mounts are very good to have, especially just for anyone really. I shouldn't even say for solo players. Like, for example, you can basically put these guys on aggressive, on highest follow, have them fall like you're Theo Mia or something, like a dino you don't ever ride, and just leave them on aggressive and highest follow, and like wherever your base is, and they will attack anything that gets close. So when you're starting out, if you can get a few of these, just for like the defense purpose alone, like, are they going to stop someone from blowing in your base if you don't have turrets? No, obviously they're not going to, but they might kill off a dino that is on top of your base. These guys could easily kill a player though. They focus players when they're on tame, so if you, for example, are on your Argent doing whatever, and you have a Dimorph or this Vulture with you, and you're getting attacked by someone, just let them go at it. These guys will focus the riders over the dinos and attack the riders, and they'll probably make them have to back off. And the other good thing is they're very fast tames when it comes to actually breeding them. Vultures, for example, they take like a day to grow, roughly, from baby stage all the way to adult, and it takes like an hour and a half, I believe, for the egg to actually cook down. Like, they're not bad whatsoever to do. So I highly recommend getting these, and I'm choosing these over Troodons because Troodons are not easy to tame, I don't think, and Pegos because Pegos they really can't fly, and they don't focus riders when they're on tames, but these guys do. So I definitely pick up one of these guys. Probably the Vulture though. They're easier to take care of, I think. So guys, if I had to choose between one of these two just to use those solely, which you guys probably know I'm going to choose the Vulture hands down. Hands down. So we look at the Dimorph. The Dimorph, I've already put some points into it. And you guys can see, here's the HP, 869. You have the melee, 284. And movement speed goes up by 1. Okay? Alright, so come over to this Vulture. Here we go. Look at this. This is base. 11,000 HP. 308 melee. And movement speed goes up by 1. How odd, right? The Vultures just have higher HP and melee base. Like, I don't know. It's a given to me. But anyway, guys, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to get this wolf back out. This wolf is by far my favorite thing out of today. It looks so good. We gotta heal him up, though. So, I hope you guys found today's video helpful. If you did, guys, please hit that like button. Also, subscribe for more content. I do try to upload every single day, every other day. I do what I can. If you guys have any suggestions for future videos on tips or guides for Ark Survival Evolved, let me know down below in the comment section. And if you guys think there's different dinos that maybe I overlooked or missed that would be great starting dinos for solo players or just small groups alone, let me know down below in the comment section as well. I'm basing a lot of my decisions off these teams, based off where I think solo players will actually be able to survive and build up, which is most likely like gonna be like caves or like little crevices and stuff, just really small bases. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I will see all of you in the next video.